Welcome, everybody. We're going to get started. My name is Maria Bereket, and we are going to be going through the content calendar today. A few housekeeping items for those of you that are new to the call. This is recorded, and I will send out access to it. All of you are on mute. If you have any questions, I need you to email me because I want to keep this under 30 minutes so that I can be mindful of your time. My name is Maria Bereket. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a digital media consultant. These are some of the tools that I use. Today, we're going to be talking about one of those tools, which is a content calendar. And I'm here every single week doing different topics on digital marketing. Downloads are at designbearmarketing.com/resources. Today, we're going to review our goal setting, which we do every week. We are going to talk about the content calendar, how to organize it, its purpose in promoting your business, and we're going to review our weekly questions. These are the documents that we use for goal setting. It's something that we went through at the end of the year and into the beginning of January. They're critical to your business success. It's proven. If you write it down, you're more likely to achieve it. It can be done in pencil, so it doesn't have to be in permanent marker. Today, we're going to talk about the content calendar. What is it? It's a shareable resource that everyone can use to plan your marketing activity. And this is what's most important, is that you need to have a plan for your marketing. You need to follow that. And it's a visual way to do something the whole year. And I think that's what's really powerful about it. There's two reasons that content is critical. Number one, this is the economy. We are no longer in the information age. This ended when the iPhone came out. Because when the iPhone came out, information was at our fingertips. And all of a sudden, we became a connective economy. Data equals relationships. So if you want customers to have a relationship with you, you have to provide them with content that's going to give them the information that they need. The second reason is that we all want to have happy customers. And the reason that we want to have happy customers is that we want them to advocate for us and share our information and post reviews. In a digital information economy, this is very, very important. Yes, we're always going to pay for advertising and marketing, but the more you grow organically customers who want to advocate for you, the more successful your business will be. And this is a proven fact. So today we're talking about really the gold mine for you to do this. This is a content calendar. This is the one that I actually like to use. You plan your events. You put your company events, you put holidays in there, you put everything that's going on. If you're a school and you have enrollment, this is what you do. If you're a retailer and you have Valentine's Day, you're going to put that promotion inside of here. This is where you can also see the gaps in your content. So it's not bad to have some blank days. Maybe some of you don't have time to put in every post that you're doing on Facebook or Instagram, but you should have your major themes. You should be blogging and you should be promoting #holidays and things. Next week, I am going to talk more about holidays. So today we're just going to really talk about the calendar itself and the importance of it. And you want to make sure that you have everything done in enough time so that you can accomplish the goal. Right? You can't do it the day before and expect people to know. I'm a color-oriented person. I like to have a key on everything that I do. I like to have things in different colors. I think it's easier for your whole team. Then we know that, this is this color and this is that color. And it really does help to streamline the work. Characteristics of a good content calendar. And this is, these are not mine. These are things that I borrow from the internet and use, and I use myself. You want it to be visual. You do. You want it to be easy to read and easily accessible to your team. And you want your team to be a part of it. You should not be the only person publishing. It's important. And you need to go month by month by month and then look at the whole year. Some people like a quarterly view. This is not necessarily a content calendar. They say, well, I know all the holidays in the month. This is better than nothing, but it's not, specifically everything that you should do. But you should have something in front of you so that you know what's going on. Google works fantastic for content calendars. It's something that everyone can access. If If I like to look at it day by day or week by week or month by month, however I want to do it, I can switch it around. You can make different calendars for different team members, for different products, for different things that you're posting. You can have that setting, and it doesn't have to commingle with your personal calendar. You can actually create a Gmail account that's just for your content. So consider that. I personally like a spreadsheet. This is from Smartsheet. They have tons of free templates that you can use and modify. Again, this is very color coded. When I do it, I switch the colors because I like them a certain way, but the content is there. I like to know what it is, the description, who's writing it, what the call to action is, what kind of category, your metadata, all this kind of stuff. It's very important to start. You don't need to fill in every column, but you do need to have some way of looking at what you're doing. The next most important thing is you have to settle on your content creation workflow. This is critical. People look at this and they're like, it's just me. Well, if you have more than one person working for you, then you have two subject matter experts. A subject matter expert is anyone that deals with your customers. So if you have salespeople in a retail store, these are your subject matter experts. They can give you feedback. There's always someone on your team, even if it's you, that can take that information and turn it into a content, turn it into a post, turn it into a blog, turn it into a newsletter. And what is the process that you do? You need to figure that out in advance. You most likely are the community manager as well. We need someone to overview it. So for somebody that has a larger business, then this has more meaning, and it can actually get more technical than this. There can be design people involved and all sorts of other strategy things, but the very simple company, and if you're the only person, then you're doing all the jobs. But you should know that. And once you know that, then you know who to hire, right? So if you don't have time to do it anymore, you are the subject matter and the community manager. You might need to get somebody in there to do the content creation for you. And that's really important. Everyone needs to know the mission and the purpose of what it is that you're writing. And that's all part of the buyer's journey that we have talked about. I like to start a year with a whole year in advance. I like to know when the key dates are. Every business has different promotional dates. Some people, Valentine's Day is critical to their business. Other people, it's Mother's Day. Some people never. My business doesn't matter to me. But I like to know when the big holidays are, because then my business tends to slow down or speed up. So it's good to see that. This is something that you can download from Smartsheet. There's also a really great version of this in Excel as a template that you can modify and use. And you should have some kind of overview that you're looking at in your business. Then you collect ideas. That's the subject matter experts, right? I start with the buyer's journey. What's the main problem you're trying to solve for them? Where are they researching? What information do they need to make a decision? They have to become aware of your business. They're going to research so they can trust your business. They're going to decide to purchase from you online, in person. What are they going to do? And then they're experiencing your product. Are you giving them the right information to use it properly? And are you asking them to advocate for you? This is the core information you need to create and collect ideas. Key terms, questions, what are they thinking at every stage? I also can incorporate a blogging editorial calendar. If that's too much for you, don't do it. But you should be blogging at least once a month. You should have 12 blogs by the end of every year. The more blogs you do, the more people are going to be on your list. The more people on your list, the more sales you're going to do. Third, you need to plug the content into the calendar. So now you've created these topics. You've determined what your customers need to make decisions. Now you look at your big calendar and you say, maybe we'll do Facebook posts every other day and we'll do blogs this day. And you're going to transfer it in there. It's an actual process that you do, right? You have to know where they are and what they need to do and what you can write about. Is it a blog? Is it a post? Is it a newsletter? What kind of information goes in there? So it's a pretty simple process. But it's not a simple process for them. The average person consumes 11.4 pieces of content before they make a decision. So in many cases, that's 3/4 of the decision before they've gotten into your shopping cart, called your business, come in for a tour, done something with you. By the time they've reached out to you, you're on their short list. They have found enough information about you and about that product or service that they're ready to make a decision. How you determine that in that moment is going to decide if they actually purchase from you. But then it doesn't end. You still need to provide them information so that they stay loyal to you, right? Here's some really great ideas. This is from Mobile Monkey. It's an infographic that I cut up a little bit, but it's a great refresher, like fun facts and inspirational quotes, long stories, short stories, things behind the scene, breaking news. You can basically do anything. You can sit down and decide what you want to do. Some people like to do Throwback Thursdays every Thursday. Some people like to do infographics once a month, and they're very scheduled about it. They take the content calendar and they're very precise and very specific. Some people just want to willy-nilly do it. It's however you decide. And if you sit with your team, you're going to find that some of them like things, and maybe you don't even know what these things are. And there's someone on your team that says, "Oh, I would love to do all your quotes. Can I do all the quotes? I'll post quotes every single day." That's fantastic. So there's many ways for you to find ideas. The goals are all related to the buyer's journey, right? Awareness, research, purchase, experience. What are the goals? You need to entertain people. You need to give them information that's interesting, right? You need to educate them so that they can solve their problems and decide. You need to inspire them and make them, that separates you from competition. And then you convince them. You're not promoting yourself. Promotion is not on here. Convincing is different. Convincing is, here's the facts, here's the information, here's the materials. Sign up, purchase, buy, right? That's a call to action. It's not a promotion. So all of these things need to be incorporated in your content on a weekly, daily basis. You need to have all this different kind of information. You can't just do one type of thing all the time, right? The checklist for you, daily. You want to engage. You want to engage with the people that are responding to you on your social media. It's part of our weekly questions. You want to monitor every news feed, use hashtags appropriately, look at your competitors and see what they're doing, right? Not because you want to copy them, but because you want to be different from them. You want to fill a gap. And then you need to post every single day. Weekly, you need to build on the content that you've done before. You need to be looking at your analytics to see who's there, how many people are new, and you need to connect with your employees. If your employees aren't sharing your information, then why? Ask them. Maybe you're not including them. Monthly, you're going to look at monthly reports. You're going to see what performed the best. You're going to decide what you're going to do the following month and change it around. You're going to refine and detail it out and say, it's so interesting. People read that blog. I was surprised. Remember that not all the engagement comes the day that you post it. Sometimes a post or a blog can get legs and it might take 6 months, but then all of a sudden you're amazed at what's in there. That's why you look at things on a quarterly basis too. You want to see if you're meeting the goals that you have. And if you have a team or a board, a lot of businesses do, then you want to meet with them and you want to work with them on the overall plan that you have. Putting this together is a team effort. You have to work with your team. You have to create monthly goals with them. You have to determine what you're going to share. Know why you're sharing it, right? You have to create that template. You have to pick one and say, well, we're going to do the Google one, or we're going to do the Excel one, or we're going to do both. You have to add content to it. You can't just talk about it or have it. You're going to have themes in there and different subjects that you're going to focus on. And you're always going to be gathering content to put in there. And I know that it's difficult to take the time to sit down and look at that calendar and say, well, let's input it. Even if you have to backtrack and say, what did we do last week? It helps you as you look at the end result to see if it's really working, because you have to track and monitor everything. It's very important. So the most important thing on this page is the team aspect. And I know that's really hard. Number 10 is popping in first. Why is the calendar important? First of all, it helps you to focus on the needs of your customers, right? All these people on their phones, this is the world we live in today. right? It's not just 17-year-olds, it's 70-year-olds. We're all on our phone. It helps to inspire and connect you with them. It provides value to them because you're giving them the information that they need to make decisions. So you need to know who your audience is. And it forces you to think outside of just today, this hour. We have to begin to look longer term at what we're doing. And you can integrate ideas and expertise across all channels, Facebook, Instagram. Maybe you have been underutilizing Pinterest. Maybe Twitter isn't where your people are. So why bother with it, right? You create the content once, and then you can use it many times. You can plan that out. You can say, hey, I'm going to use this next year. So as you're doing it this year, it's filling itself in. So it's a return on the investment of your time. And it's really an internal team project. I can't stress that enough. You cannot fuel employees' engagement without giving them some creative work to do. This allows them to take their expertise and put it to use. That's different than what they're already doing, because it's kind of a drumbeat, and it's saying, hey, we have this, let's look at it every week. This is what you should be talking about when you have your meetings. And the creativity aspect of it is so important, because this is what helps you to attract more customers, right? The more followers you have, it's all math. The more sales you're going to have. So if your email list isn't growing, your sales are not going to grow. If you are stagnant, your sales are not going to grow. And that's just a fact in today's world. It's very important. You need those promoters. You need people sharing your content. You need them out there doing it. So if you have 600 people, what if you had 1,600 people? What if you had 3,600 people sharing that data? Of their 300 family and friends, somebody could possibly buy from you. And that's how it works today. Every week, we reflect. It's a process that you need to do. You do need to reflect on this process, and you need to decide what this calendar can do to help your business. And it doesn't matter. Solopreneur, multiple. Have a marketing person, don't have a marketing person. It doesn't make a difference. Even if you hire a marketing consultant, they're going to make you do a content calendar, because this is how we track everything. Let's review our weekly goals. How many new emails did you add to your list? It's critical in today's world that you know that. Sales are related to product categories. Why aren't these things selling? Maybe we're not talking about them enough. Maybe we're not explaining. Maybe people don't understand why this product over this product. So you need to begin to look at that. And you need to include your employees in on everything. How many new fans did you add this week? How many new Facebook fans did you add? How many new Instagram fans did you add? You need to look at that, because the more it is, the more opportunities you have to share the information that helps people to discover who you are, make a decision to purchase from you, and then ultimately advocate for you. What was your most popular piece of content? You should know that on all of your across the boards. It doesn't take very long. You can do it on your phone. Go in there, look at the analytics and see. Who is your most engaged follower? This is your promoter, right? The promoters are out there talking about you. And then how are you improving your customer service? And I would start with them. What are you doing special for the people that promote your business? Are you reaching out to them? Are you talking to them? Do you send thank you notes? You can create automated drip campaigns for people all the time. These are different marketing functions. Maybe you can't do it. Maybe you're going to have to figure out a way to hire someone to come in 5, 10, 15 hours a week to do these things for you, because these are the things that are going to grow your business. Next week, we are going to talk about holidays that we put in there and the lead time that you need. You can't do a Halloween promotion a week before Halloween. It starts at least 21 days in advance. We're going to go through that more clearly. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. We were off for a couple of weeks, and now we're back on schedule. So you can find me at designbearmarketing.com. You can please invite your friends to come to the call. It's been great to be here. I hope this was useful for you, and that it gives you something to really help boost your business. Have a great day.